This video is brought to you by hoodbeast.com. Design your own custom hoodies. hoodbeast.com.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Lee, back bringing you guys some more daily NBA news and updates. We got a few things to talk about today, but first, I'm not even quite sure how to say this, but I guess I just gotta say thank you. I know I've said this a lot of times. I've thanked you guys so many times, but you seriously just don't understand. Because of you guys, my dreams are really starting to come to life. After my dreams of making it to the NBA, taking some NBA players' ankles died when I was like 11 years old, I had another dream of being a part of the NBA, being able to talk to NBA fans every single day. I didn't know how it was going to happen, so I just started this channel and started posting videos talking about basketball. And for some reason, people just kept coming back every single day to hear me talk about basketball, which is still insane to me. This has always been what I have dreamed of doing. That being said, I am kinda nervous right now. I ain't got nothing to hide. Your boy is kinda nervous. It just became official this morning. I got invited to some event by the network I'm a part of, Yahoo Sports, and the freaking NBA itself. NBA, Yahoo Sports, and my network invited me to come out to some type of fantasy draft thing that they're holding next week, Monday, October 9th. I've never even been to LA. This is going to be my first time going to LA, let alone traveling to somewhere like this by myself on a trip like this where I'm expected to do something. And it's all happening so fast that it's making me kind of nervous. It was only like a year ago that I had a community of 3,000 subscribers. 800 to 1,000 of them would watch every single video I put out. Back then, I thought that was amazing. Of course, I still wanted to grow as a YouTuber and whatnot, but I was perfectly content, extremely happy with the little bit of support that I was getting. It was amazing. However, I would see some YouTubers get invited to events like this, and I always thought that was sweet, that they must have so much fun doing that, and I tried to imagine myself doing that. So I imagined myself doing that, and a year later, here we are. It's really hard to explain what I'm feeling. Like I said, I am nervous beyond belief, but I'm also excited, but most importantly, I'm just grateful, because without every last single one of you guys that are watching this video right now, this wouldn't be possible. It honestly wouldn't. I seriously can't thank you guys enough. I'm not sure where things go from here, but I'm just glad to have you guys talk to every single day about the NBA and basketball. Speaking of talking about the NBA and basketball, that's what we gotta do today. So that's enough talking about the other stuff. Let's get into it. Lego. I always wondered what it would be like to be someone like LaMelo Ball. I wonder what it's like for him in high school. To be such a high profile character at such a young age. I always wondered if that would like kind of affect his training, if all the publicity would go to his head and he'd start to blow his training off, because in his mind he's already good enough, he's already the next great thing. Imagine pulling up to school on a Lambo, your brother's the starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, you've already got a full ride to UCLA, you're part of a reality TV show. That is a lot of stuff to be going on in the life of a 16-year-old. And maybe Lavar knows this too. Maybe he knows that there might be too many distractions going on for LaMelo Ball, especially if he stays in a school like Chino Hills. All of that extra stuff might distract him from growing as a player. And that is why Lavar Ball has decided to pull LaMelo Ball out of Chino Hills and the entire traditional schooling system, period. LaMelo Ball from now on is going to be homeschooled. His high school basketball career is over. I'm going to make him the best basketball player ever. It's good for Melo, less distractions. He just needs to focus. That is what Lavar Ball said. See, this is interesting. A lot of people might think that this is a terrible move. Pulling him from the traditional school system where he can compete against more of the nation's top players in high school basketball doesn't seem like the best move, but honestly, I can see why he's doing it. Like I was saying before, this is a lot of pressure, attention, publicity for a 16-year-old. If he kept going to high school trying to be like a normal high schooler, things might not have turned out too well. We've seen some prodigies, I don't know if that's what LaMelo is, but some high-profile high school athletes like LaMelo Ball before get a lot of attention, it gets to their head, and by the time they get to the NBA, things don't work out too well. Look at a guy like OJ Mayo. Back when he was in high school, he was being called the next Michael Jordan, the next Kobe Bryant. A lot of hype around OJ Mayo. The dude fell in with the wrong crowd. By the time he got to the NBA, we all saw what happened. With everything surrounding LaMelo Ball right now, who's to say that wouldn't happen to him too? He would get involved in the wrong crowds, hang around the wrong people, start living a party all day, party all night lifestyle, and just waste all of his potential. So that's one reason that Lavar Ball decided to pull LaMelo Ball out of Chino Hills in the traditional schooling system. But there was also another reason too. He just doesn't like Chino Hills and the coaches that they have there. I'm not dealing with the coach over there. I'm not dealing with the administration over there. I don't want no distractions on Melo, so therefore I'm going to homeschool him and make him the best basketball player ever. It's a new coach and I don't like him one bit. He's on track for UCLA, but he doesn't have to be dealing with those knuckleheads. I'm not letting them mess with his head anymore. You can put that on the principal and the coach over there. That coach has his own frame of mind of how he wants to play and who he wants to pick on his team. Okay, y'all got all that going on. Let's see how you do without my tutelage, without me training those guys in my house. It seems like anybody who's training over here, that coach don't want him on the team. So Lavar Ball's got a bit of beef with the principal and the coach over at Chino Hills. Can't say that surprised me at all. Lavar Ball said that this is a new coach. New. First year. You know why this is his first year? Because the old coach got fired. Do you know why the old coach got fired? Because he got into it with Lavar Ball. According to the old coach, Lavar Ball was basically trying to take over the team. He was acting like he was the coach of the team when in fact he was just a parent of a couple of players on the team. He was having all the kids come over to his house for personal training and stuff. The coach didn't like that too much, so later in the season they started to collide and the players started to take Lavar Ball's side. They started listening to the coach less and less as the season went on, so he wound up getting released from his duties, and now there's a new coach Lavar Ball obviously hates even more. And the bottom line is this: Lavar Ball strongly believes that he knows what is best for his son. He wants nothing but the absolute best for his sons. Anyone that is not the absolute best just isn't good enough. Coaches, trainers, anyone, if you're not the best of the best, you're not good enough for Lavar Ball's son. That's why he doesn't get along with any of the coaches from Chino Hills. And I can see where Lavar Ball is coming from in terms of wanting the best for his sons, but sometimes I just feel like he might be taking it a bit too far. Pulling his kid from the traditional school system from Chino Hills because he doesn't agree with the coach for some reason, it might be going a little bit too far. Look, LaMelo Ball is of course a special young basketball player, but at the same time, it's not like there aren't plenty of other young special players in high school, or there haven't been in the past either. Of course there have been, and none of them have been treated like this. None of them have been pulled from their high school team so they could be trained personally at home by their dad. All those players had normal-ish high school and college careers and then became some of the best in the NBA too. So it is strange to see all of this happening. Maybe this is just a stunt for more publicity. That's the whole thing of what Lavar Ball's trying to help his sons do. I just hope that he doesn't try to help too much and wind up being LaMelo's biggest obstacle in the end. As long as this Golden State Warriors team right here stays intact, they're of course going to be considered contenders for who knows how long. Clause there, as long as this Warriors team stays intact. Steph Curry, you don't really have to worry about him going anywhere. Draymond Green, you don't really have to worry about him going anywhere. Kevin Durant, you don't really have to worry about him going anywhere unless an even better super team comes along. Then you might have to worry a little about him leaving, but nah, I'm just kidding. Actually, maybe, I don't know, he might. Those three guys are pretty much going to be there for the long haul. The one that people are questioning whether or not he will actually stay though is Klay Thompson. Klay is set to be an unrestricted free agent in the summer of 2019, and right now there is absolutely no possible way on this planet that the Warriors will be able to throw him the same max contract that other teams will be able to throw him. They just can't afford it, which has people speculating if Klay Thompson will leave, not only for more money, but for a bigger role. Maybe he's tired of playing third fiddle to both Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry, wants to see what he can do as the #1 option on his own team. However, Klay Thompson has already downplayed this summer, says that he's happy as long as the Warriors are winning, but the question still remains: would he be willing to sacrifice a lot of money to keep winning with the Golden State Warriors? That's the question, and Klay Thompson gave us a bit of an answer yesterday. When a reporter asked Klay yesterday if he'd be willing to take a discount to play with the Golden State Warriors, Warriors, this is what Klay had to say. I probably could, yeah, that much? I don't know. I don't make as much as Kevin Durant off the court. If it's a few million, it's a blessing whatever contract I sign. I would definitely consider it. I don't want to lose anybody. KD took a pretty significant pay cut this summer to keep playing with the Golden State Warriors. I believe he took like an extra $7 million less per year than he could have made. Seems like a lot of money to us, of course, but to Kevin Durant, it's actually not that much since the guy gets paid millions just for sneezing. He has so many endorsements, so many sponsorships, it's not even funny. Klay Thompson just doesn't have it like that. So to him, taking a pay cut like $7 million less per year like Kevin Durant did might be out of the contract, since that's gonna be around $35 million off total of his next contract if he wants something like a 5-year contract. And considering that is going to be the biggest contract he gets in his career, the next payday he gets will be his biggest payday. Who knows if he will be willing to take that much less money. He did say he'd be open to it, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like it's something that he's sure of. We'll just have to wait and find out, but it's interesting to see that he's not committing one way or another just yet. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a like if you did, and let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. Subscribe for more daily NBA videos, and until tomorrow, keep getting the Bucks, Team STC, and I'm out of here. Peace!